Google Gemini just launched two brand new features that's going to be a daily brief and a 24/7 AI automation agent. And this video is going to walk you through exactly what they are, how to set them up, and some of the craziest use cases that you could begin to use these for. So let's dive into it. Okay, so that first new feature we need to talk about is going to be this daily brief right here. So now, essentially what this does is this is connected to your calendar, this is connected to your email, this is connected to your Google Drive, and every single morning this actually goes through. We could see it did it this morning at 1:48 a.m. and this actually goes through a bunch of things. We have what's top of mind, hey FYI, looking ahead, and then this goes through a bunch of different things that I need to do. For example, I need to refine a YouTube video strategy for a specific thing, and what I could actually do is click on this, and now this will automatically, using my Drive, my calendar, my Gmail, wherever it actually got that information from, actually begin to do work for me. Now, if you want to turn this on, what you need to do is come into your settings right here. You're going to click on personalized intelligence. You want to make sure, in order to have this be as most powerful as possible, that memory is turned on, the daily brief is turned on, that if you come into connected apps, that you at least have your workspace turned on, but ideally you want all of these different things turned on. In addition to that, if we actually come back out over here, you also want to make sure that instructions for Gemini, that you have anything in there that's specific to your daily brief and the things that might be created by this daily brief. But that was just the first update. The second update that we want to check out is now if we come over into Spark right here, we're going to see Gemini Spark. This allows Gemini to do more as our everyday AI agent. It's ready to help us 24/7 with our inbox, our online tasks, and more. And basically what we see right here is that it's experimental, it's our choice, and it's going to be working for us. So if we want to use Gemini Spark, we're literally just going to click on this right here. And now we could go through and we could tell this exactly what we want it to do. In addition to that, we can see right here that it can access our files, it can access our Drive, it can access our uploads, it can access our photos, our avatars, and we could import code right here. And then it actually shows us a few different trending tasks right here. Like we could have this declutter our inbox, we could have this get meeting briefs for different meetings that we're going to have, or we could have it get a custom news digest if we wanted to. In addition to that, if we come over here, we could see schedules where we could actually get proactive help with tasks that will run on repeat, respond to events, or continuously monitor and react. And we could see that we could actually create these manually right here by naming them, giving them instructions, and then giving it a schedule of when this will actually run. Or if we want to create this with Gemini, we could actually have this go through right here, and this will walk us through exactly how to actually create something. And we could see that it has access to files, it has access to skills, it has access to apps, and this is all pretty cool. In addition to that, if we come over to skills right here, we could see that we can now get this to actually create skills based on things that we've already done. So match our writing style, focus our energy, get perspectives. We could create them manually. We could upload them right here if we have a skill from inside of Claude, or if we found a skill on the internet that we want to use. In addition to that, if we click on create a skill, we could have Gemini go through and actually help us create our skills and our apps too, which again is incredibly powerful. We simply just describe to it exactly what we want to do, and it will help us do that. Now, in addition to that, if we come over into these settings again right here, we are going to actually see Gemini Spark inside of here. If we click on this, we can see that from here, we could turn off Spark. So if we turn off Gemini Spark, it's going to, one, delete our browsing data and remote execution files, and it's going to stop our schedules. We turn this off if we wanted to right here. We can see right here that this actually uses a remote browser in order to complete tasks for us. So this will clear our cookies and sign us at websites, and we could delete remote code execution data also. So basically, this can code for us, this can browse the internet for us, this can do all of these different things. Now, the one complaint that I do have about Gemini Spark right now is that they don't have a ton of different apps that you can actually connect this to. For example, we can come over here and say, what apps do you currently connect to? And this is going to go through and then actually reply to us here. So we can see that this is thinking through this. This is planning out its steps in the top right hand corner. We can name it, we could pin it, we could set this as a schedule, but this doesn't actually have access to that many apps, which is the one thing that's holding it back. And once they solve that, I think that this will be able to compete with things like Claude Cowork or Mez Agent, OpenClaw, and things like that. So we could see that this has access to all of our different Google Workspace apps, all these different services right here, and pretty much nothing something else because Google doesn't allow it yet through MCP. If I had to guess, Google isn't going to adopt MCP, but instead is going to use something else, because otherwise I think they would have just adopted it by now like every other AI company. Now, before we dive into a bunch of the crazy use cases that you could use this to set up, I would strongly suggest that you smash that subscribe button if you want to learn about the latest and greatest changes in AI. I upload videos like this almost every single day, and you're not going to want to miss them. So the first use case I want to show you here is we could actually come over here and we could start a new task. So what I'm going to say is I want you to go through bl101.com and make a spreadsheet of all of their different products and the price. And now what this will actually do is this will be able to go through this website. This will be able to actually access your Google Sheets, and it will be able to actually keep track of this and update this. And guess what? We can actually get this to do this every single day. So this now categorizes the task as a complex requiring structured output from a specific website. So basically this is going to be able to scrape this website without us using a scraper, downloading a scraper, setting up a scraper. Gemini is going to actually do that for us. And what's cool about this is as this actually goes through and does this over here, we could actually create another task over here. For example, we could do something like go through vidIQ's YouTube channel and determine what videos from the last 2 weeks I should recreate. Tell me why, and then give me a YouTube title, description, tags, and script I can use to create a video for that. Now what this is going to do is actually allow me to come up with YouTube ideas while scanning somebody's channel, because guess what? Google Gemini, or Google in general, owns YouTube, so they're actually able to access this type of data. And we can see if we check back in on this product catalog price extraction, this has pinpointed the website. This has successfully browsed to it and did all of this right here. Now it's actually going through and it's actually pulling all of that information, and then it's going to output for us a Google Sheet with all the data, which is pretty incredible. And if we check back in on this YouTube task right here, we could see that it's doing this exact thing. It's identified what videos it should actually use from YouTube. It's also actually grabbed the transcripts from my channel to understand how I actually create my content. And now this is going to output for us a bunch of content ideas and scripts. So this is able to scrape several different websites and then actually be able to do things on the back end with that information, which is incredible. And what's also pretty awesome is that this actually builds out all of these different steps. So we could see under research and plan exactly what is actually doing here, what skills and apps are being used, any files that are actually being created. And this actually goes through and shows us where we are in this task. And if we come over to this vidIQ task, we could see the same exact thing over here. It's already through 5 out of the 11 steps, and you can see that multiple of these are actually being done at one time, which shows you that things happen in parallel, which is pretty awesome. Okay, so we can now actually go through this and we can see their top content right here, shows us the core concept, shows us the published date, gives us the recommended videos that we should actually create and why. And then this actually created this resource package right here. So if we actually click on this, it's going to bring us over here into this YouTube doc right here. It gives us all of our title options, gives us our optimized description right here, gives us the timestamps, gives us the recommended keywords, gives us our complete video script right here, which is pretty awesome. And guess what? We can now schedule this out. So this happens every single day by simply asking this to schedule it out. Now, if we come back over into this other task right here, we could see that it's now gone through and created this Google Sheet, and it's going to begin to actually populate this. Now we could see that this has actually gone through, this has populated this is formatting this, and look at this. This has literally gone through and scraped so far hundreds of different products, given us the price, given us the audience and category, sizes available, and this is pretty insane because guess what? We could get this to update this every day and see how they're actually changing their prices. And again, this was done on a website that Google has nothing to do with, and it was able to complete this task. Now, the next thing I'm going to ask this to do is come over here and say, go through my email for the last 24 hours and identify anything that seems important. Also, check my calendar and let me know if there's any important meetings that I have coming up. And now guess what? This is going to go through. This is going to handle that. It's going to check on it, and it's going to notify me of anything that seems pretty important. For example, I have a email right here to actually give feedback on Gemini Spark, and it actually gives me the action items based on that. I have another one that's a security update, gives me the different things on that. And I have a bunch of other things that go through here, all of these different emails that I need to make sure that I reply to in upcoming calendar meetings. It checked my calendar. There was actually nothing on it, which is great because I just got back from vacation and I'm not super hyped about having a ton of stuff on my calendar. Now, the final use case I wanted to show you here that's pretty insane is you can now actually come into a task. We could see that under here, we could actually choose avatars. So what you're going to be able to do is you could take a quick selfie video. You can create an avatar of yourself, and then you could actually get this to do research to figure out what's trending in your niche or what kind of content you should make or what your audience is searching for and all those different things. And then guess what? You could actually get this then to be able to create content for you, because guess what? Spark is going to have access to all of Google's tools. It can create photos, it can create videos, it can create infographics, it can create all types of content. In fact, another thing that you could do is actually come over here. We could open up a new task right here and we could say something like, this is my website. We come over here, give it our website. Please create social media graphics for it daily, and then this will actually be able to go through and this will be able to do that. So essentially what this is now allowing you to do is this is a step forward on Google's AI automations and AI updates, where now anybody can just describe in plain English what they want done, and this will actually run off and do it. Guess what? This doesn't only have to work on schedules that you are actually creating manually. You could also get this to actually react to things, which is pretty crazy. If we come back over here, we could see we could have it run on repeat. We could have it respond to events or continuously monitor and react. And that is what's really going to make this powerful, because you can now have it auto reply to your emails, do things with calendar invites. You can have it react to pretty much anything that's happening on any of Google's products, all by just writing it out in plain English and describing to Gemini exactly what you want scheduled or exactly what skills or tasks you want automated. Now, if you enjoyed this video and you want to learn about another 24/7 AI agent that I would strongly suggest you set up, I would check out this video right here that walks you through that brand new agent that's pretty much capable of handling anything you want. If that sounds interesting, I'll see you over